loud for me, actually.
Which says a lot, because you're the loudest person I know.
Well,
but hey, I shouldn't criticize you.
I
Happy
like
birthday.
To speak up. That is my
Tell the
birthday.
audience,
That's
happy
right.
birthday. We have a very special guest in a few minutes. But first, we want to sort of get reacquainted with the audience.
That's right.
What's been going on? This is your birthday.
It is my birthday.
You woke up. It was -6 degrees.
I had a good night's sleep. I took my dog out for a walk, and it was -22 with the wind chill.
Jeez.
Supposedly as cold as planet Mars, if you read some of the news accounts. But I did a little of my own research, and I found that was actually fake news, even though I'm not a believer of fake news. It actually gets up to 70 degrees on Mars in the daytime, and -195 at night.
Wait a minute, you get that from my apartment. That's exactly the climate.
Well, that is the climate that you keep your apartment.
I have like 200-year-old heating or lack of heating.
So perhaps we are practically on Mars.
We are. By the way, what are you doing? You're kind of up there.
I like to float. You know, I like to float.
Floating. Look at
I like
this.
to float in the clouds.
Wait, can we get even? All right, wait a minute.
You know, I know you
Is that
like.
all right?
I
Can
know
you
you
come down
always
a
want to
little
bring me down, but I like to
You're
stay
trying to
up.
get, it's okay,
All right,
it's your
how about
birthday,
that?
but you're trying to get the upper hand again.
All right, you know. Well, you know.
Are we okay?
I need a little front line. It is my birthday.
It's your birthday. So did Chen, your cute little dog, get you anything for your birthday?
Well, she basically was good enough to stay out and do her business.
Nice, in record time,
you know,
I'm sure.
And she begged, but not as much as usual at the table. You know, we do love to give her treats.
I begged more than her at your table, but wait a minute, we'll get to that.
You had a dog growing up, I believe.
I did,
Right?
actually.
I'm going
yes,
back up
I had
for a
several
little.
dogs. No, we
It's
got
okay. Don't relax.
No,
We're
you're
good.
sneaking. You're hiding on me. Is
I
what
like
you're
the
doing.
hiding, you know.
I don't like that. I like to be even
This
Steven.
way I can, you know.
Man.
But anyways, let's talk about a few things that have happened
Well,
since our last
the
episode.
weather's a big issue. We're here.
That's
We
true.
made it. Our
Yep.
special guest made it out in
That's
the
right.
weather. You know. Yeah, the first show we had, as our viewers probably know, all three of them probably know that it was like 90 degrees. Remember that
There's 9
Sunday?
viewers approximately.
Yeah, growing. But it was like 90 degrees, right? Remember we had brunch, the first show?
Oh, the
Yeah.
very first show that was in
So
September.
we went from, it was like, right, but
Yeah.
90, 91,
And here
and
we
now,
are.
like basically
3.5
0.
months later.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, the weather was bound to drop.
yeah, we've come full circle.
Right. But
Yeah.
since then, we have had a holiday.
Had a holiday, yeah.
Correct. Christmas Eve dinner. Raymond came over.
I sure did.
And I put out the cheeses. Raymond ate all the cheeses.
All the cheeses.
Even before the other guests came.
Right. In fact, before the tray was put down, I
Yeah.
finished like half the cheeses. But they
If
were fantastic.
Well, if you put out food, it will disappear if Raymond's in your apartment.
You've got to sort of do it
Yeah.
in steps, you know, otherwise
Absolutely.
it's gone. You
And
know.
we had some delicious Chinese food for Christmas Eve, did we not?
Tell us about that.
That's right. Well, we went to Peach Farm. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Peach Farm.
Our studio audience, yes,
Yeah,
he's
yes,
nodding.
I am.
Our special guest. Yeah. Peach Farm's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Larry's wife, Anna, and I hope
Yeah.
I'm not telling tales out of school, has this little technique to get preferential parking
That's true.
in an emergency holiday situation
That's right.
when Larry is ready, and I'm more importantly,
Yeah,
ready for Chinese food.
Basically, there's a fire hydrant in front of the restaurant, so she thinks that's her personal parking spot. Yeah, so far she's gotten away with it, but one of these days, you know, she could be carted off.
The food was great. Brought the food here. There was a
So
little
we
bit
did
of an
argue
issue.
about the menu before she even ordered the food, did we not?
We did, because you thought the menu should be kind of sparse, just a basic
Well, I
few
like the
things.
basics. I like traditional, you know, the egg
Right.
roll. I love the egg roll. I love a delicious wonton soup. But you wanted the exotic foods.
I wanted the 100-year-old egg. I wanted spicy squid, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And you thought it was too much. And then what happened?
And then, as it turned out, she brought home twice as much food as we even ordered because she wanted to make sure we had enough food.
She was way ahead of us.
So she put out the food.
Yeah.
Raymond starts taking off the covers of the containers.
Right, 'cause the food's piping
and I
hot.
said, Raymond, slow down. The food's going to get cold. And he totally dismissed my suggestion.
Dismissed.
Well, moments later, Anna, my wife, said,
Oh.
hey, Raymond, the food's going to get cold.
I should have known
So he
better.
wouldn't listen to me. It was much like if you saw The Shawshank Redemption and Morgan Freeman was showing Andy Dufresne the ropes when he just got there.
Remember
he was
Andy
trying to show
Dufresne,
him the
kid?
ropes.
I didn't listen.
You didn't listen.
All I wanted to do was take the cover. You know, they have the nice tight covers,
Right.
plastic covers on the different Chinese food dishes. And they're piping hot.
Yeah.
And I was, as always, ready to eat. I don't want to wait an hour, you know, while it cools down.
Yeah.
So your wife kind of snapped at me a little bit.
Well, you know, you got out of line, you know.
I know it happened. Anyway, we got through the meal. It was fantastic.
It snaps easily, so.
And I believe, remember in our last show, we talked about the incident where I thought we'd wait. Again, the dessert was great. In fact, we had one of our guests, you know, pies as the dessert. But again, if I wait like more than 20 minutes from the end of the meal to dessert, well, things, you know, I get a
I
little
think
frustrated.
we served you the fortune cookies right away.
Yeah, but please, it's a portion. What's that, 8 calories? It does nothing.
Well, all right. You know,
Yeah, I know.
think of the fortune inside. Your full life.
The portion said next time you'll get a meal quicker. But anyway, all right.
Never
So,
happened.
but anyway, a great time. Thank you for inviting me. And we had the Prosecco for Christmas
We did.
that I brought over, on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
That was
It was
my
a
whole
little
plan.
flat, I have to say.
It was. Well, you had it outside and it was open at 80-degree heat at the time, but these things happen. So.
Should we, what do you want to talk about? The Christmas debacle?
Oh, we had a little Christmas debacle.
Okay, we did have a Christmas Day debacle.
Yeah, I went to see the family, if you don't
And
mind me
you might
saying that.
appreciate this. It's another restaurant. We have 2 restaurant stories.
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
this is the one great thing about the show is, we go on every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and usually within that time frame, Larry has 2 or 3 incidents, minor to major incidents. So anyway, I saw the family Christmas morning, drove out in the storm, that's another issue, made it back, and then take it from there. We thought we were gonna have an
Yeah,
extra
so Raymond and our other friend, the Hugh, called me a few days earlier to say, hey, there's nothing open in Cambridge on Christmas Day other than Chinese food. So he said, we need you to find a place in Brookline where I live. So I made one call. I called the Abbey. Hey, we have a call.
Speaking of calls,
Well,
does our guest mind if we take a quick call?
We're going to take this
All
call
right, this is a
right
great
now.
story though,
All
but
right.
we'll take the call.
We'll come back to the story.
Hey, on me, Springbean.
Anything goes with Larry and Ray.
You're on the air.
First caller, who's calling?
Hi,
Who is it?
boys. How are you?
That voice, that screeching voice.
Yeah.
Who's this? Rhonda?
Yeah.
Hi, Rhonda.
Birthday, Larry.
Oh,
Someone told me
oh
it
my
was
God.
your
Wow.
I can't
Happy
believe-
birthday.
Well, thank-
How are you, boys?
We're great, thank you.
We're having a fantastic birthday.
How are you, Rhonda?
It's freezing cold. I'm walking the dogs in the cold.
Wow.
Rhonda's a dog walker for the audience members that are just joining.
Cold.
Yeah, she doesn't really walk dogs per se, but she walks like a dog, sort of like through the snow.
No,
That's
she
why
has
she's a
a
dog
dog.
walker. She really
Yeah,
does?
yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about your little doggy though. How is she doing
How's
in
she
the
doing?
cold weather?
She's good. She's good. But I feel so bad for the dogs in this weather.
Yeah.
It's so hot for them.
Their poor little
People out there,
paws.
They gotta be careful. I passed my exam.
Oh,
My
great.
exam I took to be a dog
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's now a licensed dog walker with the premium tag.
Now, what are
I don't know
the
about premium, but Dave.
what are the maximum amount of dogs they're letting you walk this time? At a time.
I do one dog at a time.
That's our motto.
Right.
They're like people to me.
They really are. They're like little
They're
humans.
too. You gotta take good care of them, one at a time. I believe in quality, not quantity. One
Excellent.
at a time.
You know, that's the way to go. She doesn't do a volume business.
I'm not worried about how much I get paid. Too many people worry about how much
Wow.
I get paid. I focus on the quality.
I like your attitude.
Well, you know, that's the way to think about it. You know, that's taking the high road.
I love my dogs. How are
Good.
you boys doing?
I think we're doing pretty good. We were talking about our Christmas Eve dinner. We were just about to start talking about the debacle that we had when we tried to visit the Abbey on Christmas Day.
One of my favorite
It was
restaurants.
closed, and the Hugh steamed, so I had to bring him to Starbucks to give him a latte to cool him down.
Right,
because he
you
was very
know
upset.
right, you know of our friend the Hugh, right?
Well, I
You've
don't
heard of
know
him.
what boys are talking about, but listen, Larry, you have a great birthday. Ray,
Yep.
great to hear from you. I gotta go back to cooking my gravy.
All right.
Right, make sure you put the gravy on something.
Stay warm,
Right.
stay inside. Love you guys.
Bye, Rhonda.
Bye,
keep,
Rhonda.
keep that accent going. Okay.
All right. We love you too.
Great.
Well, that was Rhonda.
One of our favorites, right?
Yeah. And so where were we before?
Before we're gonna guess on
Okay.
Christmas Day, so we went to
Well,
shut.
sorry. Hang up.
So we went to the Abbey. The Abbey was closed.
Oh, another
another
call.
quick call. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Anything
Unbelievable.
goes with Larry and Ray.
You're on the air.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Children of all ages.
That's our shtick.
We are celebrating the birth of my friend Larry Engel.
All right. I like the sound of that.
Wow. We have another fan. Who is this?
Are they coming in fast and furious?
Oh, they are. We've got the studio filled. There's probably 70 or 80 people tucked into this basically large room
Right.
closet.
They're not fast, but they're definitely furious as they see the show. Yeah.
So tell us who's calling. Tell us your name or a fake name. Maxine from Marlboro.
Wow. The double M.
Can you believe it?
I love
We're
her.
streaming in Marlboro.
Wow. This is really great. What's going on, Max?
Well, there's not much going on here in Marlboro, as one might imagine.
What's the temperature?
On a 5:30 on a Sunday evening,
Oh.
so no problem calling in, folks.
Well, that's good that you had time for us.
You're lucky. It's a very beady time slot. People kill for the every third Sunday, 5:30 time slot, don't they?
That's true, we gotta fight for it.
Yeah, we fought tooth and nail, at least nail, yeah. All
So
right.
Max, we go way back. Do you remember any good stories? What's
I'm
that?
sorry?
I'm feeling privileged to have gotten this awesome time slot.
Well, you know, we put you right at the top of the list. We heard you wanted to be on the show. We cleaned the deck.
Clean the deck.
Or cleared the deck.
Whatever, the
Yeah.
deck's kind of messy today because of the weather, but, so what do you think of Larry being 59?
Oh, you were gonna tell everybody?
Oh, sorry, I thought you already told you.
I'm gonna slide in right behind her.
She's only months behind me, actually.
Wow.
Well, maybe
Wow.
11 months.
Well,
Larry, give me a little hint.
What's that? It feels fantastic. I woke up, I did 2 dances. I put on Michael Jackson ABC. I danced to that. And then I put on Paul McCartney singing, They Say It's Your Birthday. And I
all
danced
before
to
you
that.
get out of bed too, which is kind of quite a, interesting.
Yeah, I was sliding across the floor like Tom Cruise.
Ah,
Pardon?
I'm looking forward to you doing that for me on my birthday.
I will absolutely do that for you on your birthday.
we will, and we'd love to get you on the show at some point,
Yeah.
Max. You know, we'll send our car out to Marlboro to get you. Yeah,
You know, I have no problem coming on the show, but I must share a quick story.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Recently, I went to the doctor who ordered me a bone density test.
Wow.
When I went to have the test, my height, they had to check my height.
Your height,
And
yeah.
I have a cancer block, 1.25 inches in my lifetime.
You've
Now,
dropped
I
1.25
don't
inches?
Did you really?
1.25 inches, and my doctor informed me that the average person can lose 3 inches over a lifetime. Well, as you both know, I am vertically challenged. Therefore, I do not have 2 more inches to spare.
Certainly not. I don't have a spare to square. A square to spare.
But in fact, though, weren't you wearing 3-inch heels when you had your height done years ago?
You know, it's funny, I hate heels,
Yeah.
but before I can come on the show, the reason for this conversation, is I need to put lifts in my shoes.
You're gonna be lifting, heightening.
Wow.
Yeah, I am so small, I'm putting them into one of those little wishnecks.
Wow.
None of those little wishnecks, you know, the short little things, with the hair sticking straight up, with my thinning hair. It's unbelievable. How can I possibly go on?
Yeah. Larry put silly putty in his shoes to heighten, but everybody does their own
You
thing.
know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put lifts in mine soon. I'll be stuck with my shoes.
All right. But you know, it'd be great though if your husband decides to shrink a few inches as well from what is he, 6 feet?
Yeah.
Have him go to 5'11" over the next year or something. You know, slowly. That'd be a nice gift for you.
Yeah.
That sounds painful.
It is gonna be done though.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen
Well,
it.
we have...
Thanks, Max.
we want to thank you for the call. We have a spectacular guest sitting in the wings. So thank you, Max.
Max, beautiful to hear from you.
So it's really your birthday, my friend.
Thank you, my
Yeah.
friend. I appreciate
Thank you.
your call.
Bye, Max.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, without further ado,
Without further ado, what does that
That's
do to
right.
me?
we have a wonderful person on the show tonight. This woman
Yeah.
was a featured guest. She's our featured guest, and she has a passion for baking, and in my opinion, her skills rival Julia Child.
Especially after Julie
That's
Child's
right.
death. Yeah.
Her bakery empire, Pizzi Pies, began in 2003 and now has 4 locations throughout Cambridge and Somerville. She is also, based upon my research, the co-owner of Tupelo Restaurant that serves Southern-inspired comfort food in Inman Square. She does what she loves, so we should all be doing what we love. She's been called the most talented pie baker in America. I saw that on the Phantom Gourmet,
It's true.
so I'm not making it up.
Not making it
Now
up.
let's not forget about the muffins, scones, cookies, and cupcakes. Her pies are all natural and Southern inspired. I'm told she also sings while she bakes.
We don't know if she'll do that on the show, but we'll see.
It's a possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Renee Pizzi
Hey, come on,
Yay!
Wow.
Come on over.
Renee,
Nice to
We're
meet
so
you.
happy to
Great to
have
have
you
you.
on the show.
good to see you. Please.
Please come on the show.
Come on our
And feel free to
state-of-the-art set.
I brought some pies.
share.
Wow, what kind of pies do you bring? Or just together? They're all fantastic.
I brought
Wow.
some.
I'm excited.
What did I bring? I
And we can
brought,
show them on camera. Do you want to zoom in?
I
Is that
brought
right?
this beautiful
Wow.
sweet potato pecan
We're trying to
pie.
get in the
Oh,
frame
okay.
here.
Oh, it's over.
Wait to the left. To the left.
Actually, I'll show it.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Let's try to get that So I'm sorry, what kind is that, Renee?
This is a sweet potato pecan pie.
Oh,
it is
sounds
my
so good.
absolute favorite pie.
Wow,
Oh,
that
that's
is
so good.
gorgeous.
Unsweetened sweet potatoes in the
Wow.
bottom and a sweet
That is
pecan pie mixed
beautiful.
on top.
Wow.
And I brought a cherry crumb pie
Oh
with
my
our Mississippi.
goodness. Oh,
Oh my
our,
God, this is unbelievable.
Our tart Michigan cherries
Wow,
Oh.
tart
from
Michigan
Traverse
cherries.
City.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
That's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Look at how beautiful
Thank you
that
so
is.
much for bringing
And of
these.
course, I had to bring an apple
The
pie
Oh
signature
my
pie,
God.
like Barry calls it.
with red farm fire apple.
Oh my God,
Right,
red
right.
bonfire apples.
All right, wow.
That's a gorgeous
Hey,
pie.
these are fantastic. All right,
Oh
so
my God.
switch
And
to
I
our
have something else, but I can't. Oh,
Want me to get it for you?
well, it's little.
corned beef sandwich.
Want me to pick it up? Okay.
It's a few coconut cupcakes.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
coconut
God, we hit the
cupcakes.
jackpot.
Oh,
And,
wait a minute, one more time.
It's birthday
One
cupcake.
more time.
oh, birthday cupcakes
Can we see it?
with
The lights
59
are low.
sprinkles, one for each year.
These are
Wow.
beautiful. These are
Yeah,
absolutely
weight doesn't
beautiful.
show up very well. But anyway,
Yeah,
I brought you
that's
some
okay.
pies.
Thank you
One
so much.
pie.
We love
We're
it.
going to, in fact, during the Golden Globes
Yeah.
later, I'm going to partake
Yeah.
Oh, good.
some of
That's your
those
water, right?
pies.
Okay, yours over there.
No, my water's over here.
Okay.
Okay, this is great though. Thanks so much for doing
This is so exciting.
Thank you. This is,
I'm on a TV show.
and this is a real no frills.
Yeah.
You can't believe there's no frills when you see us
On your
there.
birthday.
I know, thank
Laura's
you.
birthday. Come over. Let's
I
get
think
make
we're
sure we're
all
all in
squeezed in
frame.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I would
all right,
love
very
to,
nice.
can I just briefly share
Absolutely.
how Renee came to be on our show?
It's your birthday, so we can do all the talking.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
No, we wanted to hear from you, but real briefly.
It did start a summer night. We discussed this in Wellfleet, I
It
believe.
was in Wellfleet. I
Yeah.
believe it was either Memorial Day or Labor Day
I
weekend.
believe it was Labor Day
We're at
weekend.
the Raymond's family compound.
The
And
compound.
we were coming up with the idea of a show almost 2 years ago. We've only been on for 4 months. And
This
we
is
wanted to
great.
make a list of guests, and we had a long list. And we had these wonderful guests, you know, maybe stretch guests, but nevertheless, you have to set your sights high, right?
That's right.
We had Matt Damon on our list. We had Sarah Silverman. We had Adam Sandler on our list.
Stephen
We had
Wright.
Stephen Wright,
Amazing.
Mike Birbiglia, and Elizabeth Banks. But who do we put at the top of our
We
list?
put Renee there for a few reasons.
Right.
Number one, we
Because
want-
you know me.
I know Renee, but also
But,
because our show we want to emphasize local talent, and
Right.
she's obviously talented,
right,
and
Aw.
you know she is involved with food, and like the whole premise of the shoot, like Barry said, one of the main ideas of starting the show was what for people to.
oh, so that we would either get, this was our goal, which means this might be our finale tonight. Either get a free movie pass or free food. And, excuse me, well, we could pay her and then we don't have to make this a finale.
Right, exactly.
Because
No.
then it wouldn't be free.
Yeah, but seriously,
Why would it have to be the finale?
I know.
Well,
really.
because that would be achieving our goal. But we could always set other
Yeah, that's
goals.
right, because we
Yeah,
they're set out to have
passes
you.
yet?
We didn't get those yet. So
Yeah.
there you go. So the show must go
Yeah, it
on.
was great though, because we are actually going to have Larry bring his handwritten
Okay.
notes about getting you on the show, but
That's
we,
true.
he
But
couldn't
let's
bring
talk about Renee.
Okay.
So Renee, tell us, how long have you been baking?
Oh, since I was 9.
Do you mind if we ask
Something like that.
where you're from originally?
I was born in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I spent summers in a place called Dothan, Alabama, with
Do-
my grandma. My
Dothan?
grandmother,
You said-
Dothan. Dothan.
D-O-T-H-A, Dothan, Alabama.
That's
Wow.
where my father is from.
Oh, wow.
And his mother
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
his mother's mother
Mhm.
were great bakers.
Wow,
And well, a lot of my family
Yeah.
are great bakers.
Yeah.
But I've been baking forever.
wow. And you have a big family, do you not?
I do. I
Yeah.
have 4 sisters, and my parents both have more children with them.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
keeps on spreading.
Right.
That's
It's
wonderful.
a lot of extended family.
Yeah, big, like all these tree branches.
Yes,
Yeah.
and everyone
Yeah.
cooks, and
Yeah.
everyone loves food.
Oh, that's so
Right.
great.
So as a young girl in Alabama, or Providence for that matter,
Mm-hmm.
is it true that you once traded in all of your Barbie accessories for 4 Easy Bake Ovens?
I heard that rumor too. It could be fake news, but it was out there somewhere.
Wow!
Yeah.
I never had Barbie.
You never
Oh,
wore
my
Easy
God.
Bake Ovens
I
perhaps?
did have an easy
Oh,
bake
there you
oven.
go. So that explains
But
a
no,
lot.
I didn't ever
Yeah.
have to trade that.
Yeah.
No, I had an easy bake oven and I loved it. I remember cooking those little light bulb
Yeah,
cakes. That
right.
was exciting.
You know, it was the light bulb that actually created the heat.
Oh, it was
and
wonderful.
energy. I
That's
couldn't
right.
believe it myself.
It was
Yeah.
wonderful. You know,
Yeah.
I saw Alton Brown build an
Mhm.
easy bake oven on stage,
Really?
but it was as big as this room.
Oh, I think I
It
heard
was
about that actually.
amazing with Klieg lights.
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
baked
Yeah.
a pizza in it.
Wow. In fact, Barry's wife uses an easy bake oven to cook all his
Well, if I
meals.
want to eat.
If you want to eat.
And take what
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
get.
So what makes Pizza sort of uniquely different from the other places? You have a great spirit. Every time I go into one of your places, the staff is fantastic, the vibe is great.
Yeah, I have
Right?
a wonderful staff.
Yeah, great
I have a
stuff.
wonderful staff.
Mhm.
I think that what makes a difference from any other place that I've ever been or bought baked goods from is we make really little batches.
Mm-hmm.
And so it always tastes like you made it at home, like you made a couple pies at home. Everything is made completely by hand, and it's just, we make it so that it's really hard work, and you can tell that someone had to struggle over it.
You can. In fact, we talked about that when I bring pies over to you guys for your meals, for your holiday.
Yes, the pumpkin pie was delicious. We had one of your
It's
pumpkin pies on
fantastic.
Thanksgiving.
Even people that usually
It's
don't eat
fantastic.
pumpkin pies are raving about it.
Yeah.
Just fantastic.
It's
So,
a good crust with no
oh, the
Yeah.
crust is amazing.
Well, we love no sugar. And you train I think you'd prefer to find staff without the necessary knowledge of baking, that as long as they have the right personality and you want to.
That's way more important.
Hang out
Because
with
you
them
can't
and
teach
teach
anybody
them.
to be wonderful
Right.
or give good
Right.
customer
Right, I've been
service.
trying for years with Larry, and look what happens. Yeah.
I can give somebody the mechanics of making a pie,
Right.
but you can't really teach people
Right.
how to just be awesome people.
But it really translates. It's like the
Makes a big
winemakers, like the
difference.
French winemakers call it terroir. It's that inexplicable combination of sand and slope and climate and grapes. You know, it's
Yeah.
sort of these intangibles, and you definitely have that.
Oh, thank you.
So, we have a couple of movie questions for you because we love movies.
Yes.
Oh, I love movies more than you.
Wow.
Wow, that's a whole other show. You could,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
So,
Cover
all
Oscar
right, then
show.
we'll turn this into an open-ended question. What's your favorite pie movie of all time? Because I have one.
Oh, you know, I wish I could say it was Waitress, but it's Mildred Pierce.
Oh, I don't.
Wow, I love it. Yeah, of course,
Mildred
Mildred Pierce.
Pierce.
Wow.
That,
Joan Crawford, I
have you
think.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen
It's an
it.
unbelievable film.
Oh,
It's black and white,
it's
so.
an abusive relationship, and
Yeah.
she just decides
With
to
a
go
daughter.
out
Wow.
and start a pie business
Really?
and
Yeah.
Mildred
changes her
Pierce.
life. It's wonderful.
Wow, that's
Wonderful.
Yeah,
fantastic.
you probably never heard of it, it's black and white and trying to get you in the movies before 1991. You know, you'll see it.
It
at some
doesn't
point.
have like special effects?
Well, not really, no, but it's a classic.
Joan Crawford's makeup's a pretty special effect.
It's very frightening. Don't watch it alone.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
but no,
afraid,
it's,
yeah.
it's a great
I
film.
have to watch it during the day.
And that's,
All right,
yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I had one other movie-related question
I'm
for
a
you.
big movie fan.
All right, so here's this one. So, did you see the movie or musical Sweeney Todd?
Yes, but I actually got so sick I couldn't. I have a real problem with violence.
Oh, from watching it.
I love movies, but I have.
Okay.
I do not have
Yeah.
a stomach for
Well,
yeah,
you
that
guys
was-
are kindred spirits
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
Larry,
I
you
don't
could
know
even,
actually.
what was it, Bambi? What Disney cartoon? You walked out halfway through.
No, I think
There was
okay.
something with a tulip being.
Well, so for me, it's like The Sixth Sense, like something
Yeah.
with a
I
shine.
have a very hard time with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But after I
Alright,
see it
that's
once,
cool.
I'll see it
Yeah.
again.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
yeah.
All right, so needless to say, that was an unlikely premise.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the
No
next
more
question.
movies?
No, yeah.
No, we could talk about, yeah, because we could have movies forever.
Well,
I wish we
okay,
had,
so what was,
we should have had an hour show for your birthday, to be honest with you. You know, we have like 6 minutes, 3 minutes
all
left.
right, what was your favorite movie of 2017?
Get out.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
We saw that together,
We
didn't
did
we?
actually see that, and I just saw it again on cable like this
Oh.
week.
And let's see what happens today at the Golden Globes with
That's
Get
a
Out.
little horror, but it's.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think they actually nominated it in the comedy.
Comedy? I was so upset
Who
about
does
that.
that? If you
Right.
viewers have seen Get Out,
There's
it's
like
not a
little
comedy.
teeny piece of
Yeah.
comedy in there.
But
but
what a great
really.
social satire, everything. It's got race in it, it's got, you know, it keeps you
I was
thinking.
so sucked in.
Oh yeah.
And even though that was violent,
Yeah.
I could stick
Yeah.
with the story because
Right.
it all made so much
Yeah.
sense.
Right, it wasn't just
Did
gratuitous.
you
It
love
all
the
made-
TSA guy?
Oh my goodness,
Was
yes.
he fantastic?
Yeah,
I
he
love
was,
that
he
guy.
was great.
It made Larry want to, you know, apply to be a TSA
I have to
agent.
tell you, whenever they ever create a TSA character, it's typically pretty funny for me.
It was
It really
it was
is.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
oh,
your favorite movie last
well, so
year?
that was one of them. But I recently saw two movies that I loved. Lady Bird, I recently saw, and The Big Sick. Did you
Yes.
see either of
I
those?
hear good things about the Big Sick.
The Big Sick.
Well, it's about a stand-up
Viewers,
comedian. We love
fantastic.
comedy, so maybe
Yeah.
we had a little
Yeah.
extra
It was
flavor
about
for that.
an Indian comedian who's on, I forget the sitcom he's on now. He's on some show on
Oh, I'm
cable.
sorry.
But no, it's similar though.
Silicon Valley?
Yes,
Okay.
a show.
Oh,
called
him.
Silicon Valley. I
Yes.
forget his name now, but it was brilliant. I think he actually wrote it and stuff, co-wrote it. Yeah.
How about Lady Bird? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm going to see it.
Okay, I
Yes.
highly recommend.
But
Yeah.
I saw the Roger Ebert's website,
Mhm.
didn't really love The Big Sick, and so I
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
ignored
yeah.
it for a while, because I have a long list.
Yeah, what about Dunkirk? Have you seen that?
Yes.
I
yes,
loved it.
yes.
That could be, well, top 3.
Have you seen Marty?
We were just talking about,
So can I tell you something?
Let's talk
It's a
about
great
this.
story, by the way.
great story
So
about Marty.
Raymond, a couple nights ago, I think Christmas Eve or something, right after.
I recommended
He
Marty for you
You
to
see,
watch.
he recommended 2 movies to me. Perhaps you saw the other one, Happy Go Lucky,
Not yet.
with
Oh.
the same actress, Marty, Sally Hawkins.
Sally
Right?
Hawkins.
Sally Hawkins is brilliant.
She's fantastic, and I loved her.
I
as
loved it. You
Jasmine,
like it?
right?
Yeah.
I didn't like Happy Go Lucky,
Oh.
but he loves it.
Loved
And if
it.
you loved Marty, you'll
I'll
probably.
see it just because she's in it.
So I haven't seen
It's like
Marty.
Catherine Keener. I'll see anything
Yes.
with Catherine Keener.
She was nominated for Best Actress.
She's very
Sally
good.
Hawkins
in that. Yeah.
in Happy Go Lucky. I loved it. You didn't like it. I don't know
What was
why.
Catherine Keener's breakthrough movie?
Ooh.
In my opinion,
I don't know.
Oh, I know. Doing good.
Okay.
40-year version?
that's what I would say.
Yeah, but she was in a few others before that. You know. Uh-oh, we have a minute left, you guys. It's time.
Hang up, Renee. Time flies, and you didn't think you'd have anything to talk about.
Oh,
Oh.
really? No,
We can always talk about
we'd
movies.
love to get. Let me just talk to the audience and tell
Okay.
them we'd love to get Renee back another time,
Yeah.
maybe for our Mardi Gras special in late February. When is Mardi Gras?
I'll bring gumbo.
Oh,
You know,
fuck.
whoa, you hear that?
Oh
Yes.
my God, you
We're-
might have to be a recurring guest.
We're thinking of doing an hour-long special involving food and alcohol and the whole bit,
Yeah.
and
And
maybe
Sazerac.
costume. Yes, whatever that is,
I
it's
don't know
gonna
what it
be
is, but I
there.
want some.
It sounds fantastic. I have a brother named
Yeah.
Sazerac. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know what that is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna fade out in a
Yeah.
second. A big thank you to Renee
Yeah,
for that.
thank you, Renee,
Easy
for coming on the
pies.
show.
Thank you for
We're
bringing
so
the
happy
incredible
to have
pies.
you. Yep, you're
Love to
awesome.
have you
These
back
pies-
again. I
these
know you're
pies are
busy.
beautiful.
Thank you for joining us.
Go to PC Pies, go to Tupelo Restaurant.
Have fun storming the
You'll
castle.
be
right?
so happy and have fun storming the castle.
Bye, everybody.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yay.